Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Smoky Mountain Railway. Yet again, picking up right where we left off in the last episode. We got 101 running down here to Whittier, and we're gonna do all this switching out using her. And we've also got 71 headed to Ela and 92 headed to Ela. And down here, we have got a couple of little switching maneuvers for the 21 to handle, or a few little switching maneuvers for 21 to handle. And so, we're going to go ahead, I think, and jump down here with the 21 and go ahead and get her to deal with what she needs to do down here. So, let us go ahead and break her off. Reverse 15, or well, reverse 10. So we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and slide her over into this track. And we'll get this stuff switched out when we get the stuff that needs to go back up to Robinson Gap back up here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab this car and this car, and get them put on this train down here of stuff going back to the West Bryson interchange down there. That way, when 92 comes back down, all she has to do is grab the Standard Oil car, and she's pretty much done with her day. Now there is still some stuff up on the Bryson, or on the Bryson Run train that will actually need to be switched out. And I don't remember which cars went, or where those cars were going to go. But let's go ahead and, okay, everything's lined well enough. So let's go do a little ridage here of the 21 as we negotiate the yard. Okay, 101 has made it down to Whittier, so once we finish this, we can handle that. And then I don't know whether I will switch the cars that need to be switched in Bryson out with 21 here, or if we'll go ahead and get her headed back up the mountain as soon as 92 gets that train back down here. Because part of me wants to... Oh, 92 has made it now. Because part of me does want to get that train up the mountain as fast as possible. So we'll probably do all the switching out of the cars that 92 brings down here with the 92, more than likely. But just to make 92's job a little bit easier when she gets here, we'll go ahead and get these cars switched out with the 21. Okey-doke. Okay, and reverse. Reverse 15. You can negotiate these curves 21 at 15 miles an hour. And I may still, I don't know. I'll just make that decision when the time comes for it, I think. Okay, you can go ahead and stop. And I'm going to let me rephrase that. I'm going to try and be a little crafty with how I do this. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open both of these switches up. I'm going to run 21 in that boxcar down into here. Stop the boxcar somewhere like right here where we can clear up this way. And then we'll grab that car, come back down, grab that car, pull up just a little bit, and then run it back into the interchange train. I definitely think that's going to be the simplest way to try and make sure that 21 here stays kind of where I want it to stay, which is ahead of this. And 71's at Ela now too, so once we finish this, actually I say once we finish this, let's go ahead and re-grab 71 and get, what in the, oh, for some reason when we teleported into the locomotive, I thought we were in a completely different place than we are. So coal and supply, Appalachian hardwoods, and all of these in that waterworks car. Okay, that's not a big deal. Again, we're gonna have to do a little bit of switching with that Ela car, and then the Ela car here is on the back of the train, which ain't great. But where is it going? Farm supply. Oh, jeez. That's going back to the interchange now in Bryson City. Okay. You go to what? You are a farm supply boxcar. Okay. Well, let's just let's get all this set and just get at it. And it won't make it all the way out of here. I'll have to do a little manual tugging to get that the way I want it to be. Yep, and we're already gonna have to do it. We can go ahead. Road stop. Why not? And then we need to flip this switch back, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this whole string of cars, starting with that one, and just deposit it right here and go back. Then we're going to come back, grab that car, come up, grab that car, come up here, drop that Whittier car there, then I guess actually leave that car, drop the L&N car, come back, grab that, and drop that, and then come back in. And we'll leave that car when we do that. I think that's going to be the simplest thing to do, right? I might be wrong, but I think that'll be the simplest course of action here. Because we're not going to really get our big payday until we get both interchange trains back to their respective interchange. Would have sworn that thing wasn't leaving this morning when we first checked, so that car unloaded. Okay. Now, run down here, and we've got the brakes set at the opposite end of the train. So now, reverse 15. Now, this is going to be a little bit more of a switching puzzle than I really was thinking it would be. I probably should have went ahead and got this ELA car right on the end of both trains before we got down here when we had a little more yard to use. But, it'll be okay. It's not that big a deal, right? And you can stop. Okay, forward 15. And then I know I keep checking this obsessively multiple times a video, but I so want to be able to go up a tier on that contract so bad. Yeah, and I let it push way too far. You can stop. You're not crossing the road. You now go 15. Okay, yard forward 20, and I'll probably have to hit it one more time, but that's okay. If I do, man, this is a ginormous train. Jeez. And what's crazy is all these interchange cars that are already on it, we're getting paid for. Every one of them. So, it'll kind of interest me a little bit to see how well 92 handles this train compared to the way 71 handled it. I know it should handle it a lot better. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that 71 or 92 is going to handle it better than 71 did. Okay, so now that train almost is ready to go. Now, of course, this is going to go straight back into the, well, I'm not going to block it correctly because I'm not re-pulling those off just to get that guy where it needs to go. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that when the time comes in the yard at Bryson City with 21. Because that's, you know, that's 21's cars, so. Which we'll get a pretty decent payday, because that's a lot of coal hoppers going up the mountain today. I mean, if we can get that many coal hoppers at least every other day, even on a tier 1, that's a good amount of money. But I'm really looking forward to when we can get that higher contract. Tomorrow will be tier 3. We can't do it. We got Hollofield at a tier 5. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so reverse, release the handbrake. Let's go 15 miles an hour, and we're just going to pull that all the way down here. And we're actually, wait. We're actually going to get that car last. No, we can't. We can't get that car last. Well, I guess we could. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. I'll have to think. I'll have to make sure I'm thinking about it as I do it, so I don't mess up the way I plan on being able to do that. But we can get that car last. What in the world is this car? I don't know, we'll have to wait till we get up there to check what it's actually loaded with, because that car has been here forever, I feel like. Well, yeah, it said the contract was completed 4 days ago, so yeah, I would say it has been here forever. I could go up to a tier 3 on Appalachian hardwoods, which I think I will do. Eagle Farm Supply is staying at a tier 2. I'm not upping it anymore. Tier 3, I can't go up any higher on that. And I can't go up any on these guys because I haven't served them long enough. Okay, and then so what I want to do, is now reverse road 10. The thing about the one thing I don't know about overhauls yet is how much time does it take? Oh, it's going to be ready to go tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be ready to go tomorrow. Is that, again, I mean, way back to what I was saying, is the only thing I don't know with the overhaul system is how long it takes to do it. So I would assume it takes a lot more time than I would assume it would take more time than a standard repair. But I don't know that. This is not what I was actually planning on doing, but I think this will actually simplify it a little bit. Because what I'll do is, instead of a bunch of setting off, I'll just leave that car. I'll just leave that car attached to this one. And then we'll get that one on here. And it probably will only save like one switching maneuver. But even saving one switching maneuver is still going to save us, you know, a fair amount of time. Go forward 10 maybe. I'm kind of scared to push past this. Because, I mean, I think it's far enough over that it wouldn't make contact with anything. Now, you know what? Heck with it. Just run into this boxcar. I'm sure it'll move it enough. And we'll just see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't derail it. Because if it does, I'm going to be just absolutely heartbroken about that. I mean, if it doesn't push it that far back, then we don't have to worry about it anyway. Oh, it nearly did. Oh, it nearly did. Okie doke. And uncouple you, reverse 10. And before I ever recorded, I did a playthrough with the Bird Town mod, which adds the entirety of a whole nother place to the game, which I think effectively would be Cooper's Creek. I think is actually what goes up the other side of the river. I think it would be Cooper's Creek. I might be wrong on that, actually. I'm not sure. Now that I've said it and I've thought about it, that may not be Cooper's Creek, or Cooper Creek, or I can't remember. exactly if it's Cooper or Cooper's Creek. But actually, while we're reversing here, I'm actually gonna go look that up because now I'm interested in which one it is. Yes, Cooper Creek. Yeah. So that's what's really over there. And historically, there is what was called a tramway. Tramways. Now, I've read a couple of accounts where some people have said it wasn't a tramway. It was actually a railroad. But basically, what a tramway was is you had really, really bad rails. I mean, most logging railroads were bad enough. The rails on most logging railroads were bad enough to start with. But these were exceptionally bad rails. And they would actually take 2 log skidders. If you don't know what a skidder is, then look it up because I'm scared of using a copyrighted image of one. But if you don't know what a skidder is, go look it up. And basically what they would do is they would basically put a skidder on each end of the train, and they would literally pull the train around the tracks with 2 skidders. Now this allowed them to almost create a railroad that could go anywhere. So you weren't necessarily, so say you wanted to go straight up the side of the mountain at a 40% grade or something stupid, you wouldn't have to set up a bunch of incline equipment at the top. And there were a lot of places in the Great Smoky Mountains where they did do inclines. A lot of places in the east. A lot more places, in fact, than most people really realize. In fact, there's one 20 miles away from my house that was a logging incline. Now, some places they call them donkey railroads. So, the place that's pretty close to my house, so far up the locomotives would go up to, and then they would set a bunch of handbrakes, and then the donkey, or the incline machine, would take over. If I do go into doing any sort of in-person kind of logging railroad documentaries, which, like I've said before, I do want to do, then I'll be able to explain it in a way that'll probably make a lot more sense than me sitting here telling you about it. But it's similar, sort of a similar thing as to what the Yosemite Sugar Pine Railroad, not the Yosemite Sugar Pine Railroad, the Yosemite Logging Railroad, anyway, the railroad that had the inclines out of the places like Portal and everything going up to Yosemite. Oh, the Yosemite Sugar Pine Lumber Company. Same sort of idea as what they were doing, just on a typically smaller eastern scale, basically. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Try and be, a little bit efficient. A little bit efficient. Not a heck of a lot efficient, just a little bit efficient. And that did move that. Let's go ahead and connect that up. Release that handbrake and go forward. Please go forward so that you'll cross the crossing and stop doing that. Thank you. And bang, we've made contact. Now we do still have to worry about the ELA car at the end of the train. That'll be pretty simple, and it may not seem like it would be pretty simple, but I'll show you how it's going to be pretty simple. Because once we get 92 out of here, then we won't really have to worry about it. But let's go ahead and reverse you at 10. And I'm going to throw that switch and just place the flare like right there as 92 gets her train up here. Because basically what I'm going to do... Okay, 92, you can just go ahead and stop right there. You don't have to worry about that flare. And she's going to do the same thing. Okay, now I'll go forward. Have any of 91's log cars been loaded yet? Yes, all the skeletons. Okay, all that's left that needs to be loaded are the Gons. So that's good. That's good. Okay, you have reached that flare that I set for you. Okay, and let's go ahead and stop for me. Yard reverse 20. And again, once we get this hooked up, this ridiculous behemoth of a train can go back down to Bryson City. And we gotta go back to the other end of the train anyway. So that's coal and supply, and that's a waterworks car. Everything else is interchange past that point. So that car does need to stay on the head of the train here. Okay, I'm gonna quit trying to think so hard about what I'm gonna do when I get to Bryson, because all I'm doing is wasting time at that rate. Alright, 92, go road forward 20, and I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you right here. I'll stop it even there. 92, why aren't you leaving yet? What is 92's problem? Oh, I didn't hook the air up. That would be why 92 can't back this thing out of here. There we go. Excuse me. That would explain a lot. Okay, now open that. Get rid of that. Reverse 92, reverse 92. No why in my brain I thought I needed to switch directions with it. Yeah, it's definitely not something that I needed to do. Okay. Perfect stop. Now yard 20 ahead. Basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab the entire train, pull the entire train back to where we can get the Ela car slid into here, push the whole train back, go drop it, and then come back and get the train. And then I'll probably do 101's switching stuff in Whittier next. That way, once we do finally get all these sawmill cars up there, she can deal with that, or we may not. I may let her. I don't know. We'll see. It's the only thing with trains this big and taking this much time is it's a lot harder. It's almost not even worth trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do. Now, when I'm blocking stuff, that's sort of a different kind of thing, you know. But just as it goes, it's a little harder to plan ahead. Um, and it's odd. It's like the longer the day goes on, the harder it gets to do that sometimes. What a behemoth, man. I don't know why I just did what I did. And instead of just going through with the other thing, because well, see, and almost planning ahead added an extra switching thing, because I was actually going to push the Ela car in here and then take the whole train back like this, but there's really no reason to do that. If I just do that and then stop you and apply your brakes, I can then just back this up and stick this train in this siding, because it really doesn't matter what is where, really. Makes no difference. Which, that thing's probably bottled with air now. Okay, and go forward 15. So all this does go to the interchange, and then that's East Whittier and Stenzel. So yeah, I may actually just keep 101 up there and just have her where she gets the interchange car set for 71 to take them to the... Boy, I really wasn't thinking then, was I? I don't know what I was thinking, actually. I actually really don't know what I was thinking. Because, I mean, I know it's not realistic. I guess I was trying to think in terms of the most realistic switching, but why? You don't have to. So let's just... Oh, jeez. Let's just grab the car and just shove it all the way in here with the whole train, like I'm pretty sure I was planning on doing to start with. Oh my gosh. Oh. Anybody that watches these, don't be like me. Don't try to think 35 steps ahead, because when you start trying to think 35 steps ahead, you do what I just did right there, and add 17 extra steps to something that shouldn't have taken that long. You know, you can go forward. You can release those brakes and go forward, you know. I just made it worse. Somebody in here is just a problem child. One of these cars is just a problem child. Just doesn't want to release. Oh, and I did it. No, I did it as a road forward. operation. At least the train didn't stop all the way. What in the world? I've been recording too long, I guess. Okay, now, undo the handbrake. Road reverse 15. Okay, and our switch stand's on this side. Our switch stand is most definitely not on this side. I ran right by it. Jeez. Ooh. Gotta reposition a little bit in my chair here. Okie doke, and go ahead and stop. Alright, yard forward 20. Just all the way up in here. I would almost do a flying drop. I would almost do a flying drop. I just don't know how effective that would be with a train this flippin' big. Can I get up here? Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and undo that. And get it up to 15 miles an hour. Release. Stop. That car is flying. Oh, well, it's gonna stop anyway. So. Oh, that was 84 bucks. Wow. Okay. Okay, give me that back. Reverse. Reverse it. That speed. Holy cow. Okay. Let's jump up to 101. Let's get back into the world of much simpler switching. Okay. So, how to do this? How to do this? I think I'll come around. I think, actually. No. What in the world? Okay, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab the Holofield car first. And switch that out first. Okay. Oh, you've already got your handbrake set. Reverse road 10. And then I'm just going to put a flare down. I'm just going to put a flare down like right here for 71. And then stop, not too quickly. Yep, there we go. Yard forward 20. And then go forward here. You know, the only thing I'm wondering about where I put that flare is if I'm going to be able to jump down and grab this car quick enough. Or not. Which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if we don't grab it quick enough, then, we can just bring it back up with 101. You know, and thinking about that, I may just bring all these cars up with 101. I think I'm going to. I think that's what I'll do. Just close that switch back. That needs to stay open. Okay, and put the air in here, and you're the one that needs to be taken out. I'll pull you back. $92 is already back into Bryson. See, I guess so, because we screwed around at Ela for so long. I guess that would make sense. Crap. Okay, you go forward 10. And, okay, that switch is open. Oh, I know how I can do this. I know how I can do this. Now, if I don't forget that I'm going to do that. I'm not even going to tell you guys what my idea is. Just in case I don't do it. But if I put this here. Okay, drag these back so I can put them back where they go. Then I come back forward, grab that car, go there, back up, drop that car, go in, set that out, grab it, and then pull it up here and hook on here. Yeah, okay, that'll be the one time I don't want to get on the tender of the locomotive. Alright, 410. Why? No, we've got to stop 71 here anyway, because it's got a car freer on it. Somewhere. I want to say, I'm hoping it's the back car, right? No, that's the East Whittier stuff. Okay, so where I want to stop the 71's train then is just stop it somewhere in this general vicinity. Because then I can just drop the car, re-grab, or grab it with 101. That'll probably be the easiest thing to do, honestly. That'll probably be the easiest thing to do. I can hear 71 right now. Absolutely ripping it. Okay, apply the handbrake, thank you. As the 101, she's going to get a little more of a workout than I was really expecting or planning on her getting today. Oh, we already repaired her. That's right. We repaired her last night with 71. Okay, good. Okay, yard forward 20. Boom. Release the handbrake. Hoping I can do all this and at least get 71 in some kind of this kind of motion. Oh, there's 71. Okay. Let's go ahead and open this switch up for 101. Okay, and what we're gonna do is gonna run over here, get control of 71, try to get on the rear of the tender, which we did. We're gonna take this flare out of the gauge. Because I really don't want to have to start this train off again. And what we're going to do is I'm going to get it past this the logging spur track, the Y. Not sure all the tracks are open. Yep. Okay, I'm going to get this whole train past right here. And I'll probably try to get it stopped right about there. Please tell me I didn't stop too. Yeah, I think that'll work. I do want both of those cars taken off eventually. Okay, so get back down here to 101. Give me back control of her. Put that on. Release that brake. Apply that brake. Open that. Okay, reverse it. 15. 15 should be fine. Actually, do yard reverse 20. And then open this up. And then what we'll do is we'll set this water car up on this track, grab the Stenzel car. That way we only have to make one maneuver here at Stenzel. Or we only have to make this maneuver one time at Stenzel. And then we can get all the East Whittier interchange cars all together, push back, grab the water mill car, and that way we can set it off immediately when we go back to the yard. And then we can just set these cars in this track with the other cars that we've already serviced today. Okay, now do that. Now undo that. Road forward 15. And it doesn't matter if this car clears anything or not. As long as we can open the switch, as long as we can just get it set in there. Because we don't have to attach anything else back to 71's train. Why did I do that? Ugh. Why did I do that? Getting ahead of myself. Got way ahead of myself. And I mean way ahead of myself. I don't think we've got to go all the way back, though. Okay, stop right there, stop right there, stop right there. I think that's enough distance. I think that's far enough. Okay, now road forward. Now road forward 15. Right. And since we didn't have to reattach, okay, 71, you reverse at 15. Alright, 101, you stop. You reverse at 10. At 10. I set handbrakes. I'm not exactly sure why I set handbrakes. Okay, so we do have to get this car clearing this. And then I think I already checked. Yeah, you're good to go into the yard, and you just stop right there. Okay, I think that's far enough. I think that's far enough. Shit. Okay, well. Apologize for the French. But, okay, give me control back of this from here, please. So that I'm not doing the wrong thing with the wrong engine, or doing the right thing with the wrong engine. Did I mess 71 up again or something? Oh. That would be why. Wrong direction. Okay, now bring this back. I'm trying to beat an hour on the recording. Of course, I've been doing this the whole time as well, so instead of just trying to come up with an excuse, it's just me being me, you know. And bang. Okay. Now we are definitely going to finish all this before the end of the episode. So if we go over an hour, we're going over an hour today. But let's go up this way. Throw that switch. Go ahead and just throw that switch back open because we'll need it. And that's probably going to need to be serviced tomorrow. More than likely. But I would kind of like to try and finish this day by the end of the next episode. If I can pull that off. We'll see. That was interesting, and I don't think I've ever heard a locomotive do that, but that's actually kind of cool. Yeah, we're definitely not fitting both of those cars. We're going to actually just have to bring the train all the way back this time. Which is fine, even though, with that being said, we will have to pick this car up tomorrow, more than likely. Okay. Brake you loose. Road forward 10. and then we'll set it off right here. So we're just our standard switching of Stenzel. Run myself over. And then reverse. I'm just not even gonna attempt to do. Actually, let's just go ahead and put it all the way on this track, because that will take out one full maneuver that we have to do. Okay, forward 10. I did set a handbrake, right? Yeah, okay. I thought I did, but... Okay, so $434, which I knew we weren't going to get a giant payday off of the East Whittier stuff today, just because a majority of those cars came from... well, not really a majority, but a lot of those cars came from Alarka Junction, from the work site, and a majority of our paying interchange cars went back to the West Bryson interchange today. I'm almost tempted to release that handbrake if this thing doesn't start rolling away. Because maybe that'll cause the locomotive to boot it just a little bit farther. Nope. I mean, it did. Probably booted it farther than it otherwise would have, but it didn't boot it far enough. So let's just give a reverse 5 on that. You're kidding me, right? Just do this very carefully. Okay, stop it. And we still hit the buffer with it. Oh, its condition's still 100%. Guess we'll find out if its condition's still 100% after we come back and get it. And I have to couple back up to it tomorrow. So that guy right there is massive. Okay. So now we just run all the way through and get the tank car. We'll just go ahead and bump it up to 15 now that we're out of there. And go ahead and set those back all normal. And stop. Yard reverse 20. Okay. And reverse yard 20 and grab this guy. Okay, now reverse 15. Okay, good. I've got this cut back open. So 101's AI engineer won't start freaking out. You know, our finances look really good today. Really good today, actually. And our finances really and truly probably won't look too terribly great by the end of the next video, but they won't be that bad. Because what I'm going to do is I'll probably wait until this is done and then go ahead and go for the first Alarka branch thing. That way tomorrow, the next day in the game, we can actually get that really going. Because again, the quicker we do that, the quicker we're going to keep making money. Wait a minute. I don't think I checked that well enough, did I? Maybe I'm just overthinking things, but for some reason, I think there's a car down here that was still supposed to stay in Whittier. Okay, all those are in the right spot. Okay, maybe not. Okay, no, I was just being paranoid. I was just being paranoid. Good. And then forward 10. Get you to stop. And then reverse 10. And I am going to do a flying kick with this guy. Because, to be honest, it really doesn't matter how far down the track it goes. Honestly. I mean, like, down there, that's plenty. And then yard reverse 20. As next episode, we've still got all the switching in Bryson to do. Still got to run 21's train back up here, which we might as well bring that car down as well when we do it. And we've got to finish switching out the sawmill. All in the next episode. Hopefully I can get all that done in the next episode. It may run long like this episode did, I'm not sure. But if it does, it does. And yeah, you're getting dangerously close to the end of the track. So we may have to do something about that the next time we service this spur. Which, considering that was the house track car, we probably will have to service it tomorrow. Yeah, I know I gotta clear it first. I thought it was clear. It wouldn't surprise me if that daggum car doesn't get filled up before we get done with the day. We're not coming back and getting it. That's for darn sure. It can sit there till tomorrow. Okay, and then release the handbrake, yard reverse 20, and let's go down here and get this switch opened up so we can grab that tanker. And first thing we'll do next episode, probably, I don't know, we may end up doing something else to start the episode, but something we'll probably do at the start of next episode is just go ahead and get that switched. That way we can go ahead and get 91 down the mountain to do some dealings with her before the day ends tomorrow, or before the next episode ends. Because like I said, I'd like to end this day in the next episode. We've kind of been stuck on this day now for quite a few episodes, just like the previous day. So I wouldn't mind kind of pushing through and getting done with this day tomorrow. Again, if we don't, we don't. And again, and I may get so close to finishing the day tomorrow that I just push a super long episode out. And again, if that happens, then that's perfectly fine as well. Boom. Alright, road forward 15. You can come out of here at 15 pretty safely, I think. And then let's run back down here and just go ahead and open that, because I'll just send her in reverse at 15 and she'll get up fairly close to here and be done. Okay, you can stop. Reverse at 15 miles an hour, 101, and we will see you in the next video. But I think, after already having run long, as long as I want to run long, it's time for me to bid you adieu, as 101 also bids you adieu for the second episode in a row. So if you enjoyed the video, do what all the YouTubers ask you to do. I hope to see you back here again, but even if I don't, either way, I hope you have a great day, and peace out.